I without my trauma? This is a spiritual initiation back to your true self. Hi, my love. I'm Cherry, here, your spiritual life coach, your sacred mirror, your soul whisperer, and your living reminder that you are not your wounds. You are not broken. You never needed fixing. You're not too sensitive, too emotional, too complicated. You're just in the middle of remembering who the F you really are. And today is going to hit deep. And that's exactly the point, because we're asking a question that most people spend their entire lives avoiding. Who am I without my trauma? Now let that land. Not who am I beyond the pain, not how do I heal, but who are you underneath the survival mask? Who are you when you're not performing over love, over explaining yourself, providing your worth, apologizing for your needs? Who are you when the ache stops being your anchor? This isn't going to be an easy episode. It's not meant to be. This is shadow work, laced with light codes. This is soul evacuation. This is you daring to step beyond the story you've been telling yourself for years. The story that says you're only lovable because of your resilience, that your pain is your power. Now listen, your pain has shaped you. It taught you strength. It taught you depth. It cracked you open. But baby, it's not the whole of you. You are not your anxiety. You are not your coping mechanisms. You are not your failed relationships, your addiction to self-abandonment, or your trauma responses that once kept you safe. You are a soul. You are a sacred code. You are a multidimensional and made of stardust and choice. So if you've built your identity around being the strong one, the fixer, the one who always holds it together, this is your permission slip to fall the F apart and meet the version of you that doesn't need to be in survival mode anymore. Take a deep breath with me. No, really. In through your nose. Let it swirl into your belly and exhale through your mouth like you're letting go of a decade of armor. This is your initiation back home, back to your center, back to your softness, and back to your sovereignty. You don't need to keep performing your pain in order to prove your depth. You don't need to keep reopening old wounds to validate your worth. You don't need to carry the entire bloodline's baggage to be considered a good daughter, a good woman, a good human. You get to be free. And in this episode, I'm going to walk you through what it means to reclaim your identity from the ashes of your trauma, not by pretending it never happened, but by transmuting it into wisdom, truth, and fire. Let's go there together. You ready? Because I promise you, the version of you on the other side of this work, she's breathtaking, she's grounded, and she's magnetic. So firstly, let's go into the trauma identity trap, the brutal truth. Let's not sugarcoat it. We're going straight into the fire because that's where the gold. We need to talk about trauma identity traps. Yep, that sneaky, sticky, soul-sucking loop where you unconsciously become the pain that happened to you, where being the wounded one, the fixer, the martyr, the overgiver becomes your entire personality, where your past writes the script to your present. And I say this with so much love and so much truth. Sometimes you're still clinging to your trauma because it feels safer than the unknown. You know how to be the one who's still abandoned. You know how to be the one who was rejected. You know how to be the one who was too much or never enough or invisible. You've been doing it so long, that's your identity. It's become your armor, your blueprint. Your trauma gave you a role. It said, here, be this, and maybe you'll survive. And so you did. But babe, survival is not the same thing as sovereignty. That role might have protected you back then, but it's crushing you now. It's keeping you in relationships where you shrink yourself. It's got you second guessing your intuition and people pleasing just to feel safe. It's why you feel exhausted even when you're doing all the healing things. Because deep down, a part of you is still afraid to let go of the story that says, I am broken, I am hurt, I am the one always getting left behind. And here's the gut-punching question. Who are you if you're no longer defined by what happened to you? If you're not the girl with the father wounds, or the woman who always attracts narcissists, or the healer who can never seem to heal herself, then who the F are you? Really, that's the terrifying part, but also the sacred part. Because when you strip all that away, the stories, the labels, the identity, you meet your truth. And that truth, it's glorious. It's powerful. It's messy and radiant and holy as hell. But you've got to be willing to grieve who you thought you were, to make space for who you actually are. And that takes guts. It takes grace. It takes boundaries. That takes being the version of you who no longer needs to be saved because she finally knows she's whole. Try this mind reframe. I am not my story. Make it your mantra. So here's what I want you to say with your hand on your heart, out loud. Don't just think it. Speak it. Let your body hear it. Let your cells drink it in. My pain shaped me, but it does not define me. I honor my story, but I no longer live in it. I am not my trauma. I am not my coping. I am not my patterns. I am the soul remembering herself. And I get to choose who I become now. Breathe that in. Let that ripple through your energy field. Feel what it's like to loosen your grip on the old identity, even just a little, because this is a turning point. This is where the old self starts to unravel, not in punishment, not in loss, but in liberation. You are not a walking wound. You are not a project to be fixed. You are a powerful, radiant, sovereign soul who's ready to rewrite the rules. So when that voice in your head tries to drag you back into your old identity, remind her gently, we don't live there anymore. And if you don't know who you are without the pain, that's okay. That's what this journey is for. You're not behind, you're being reborn. This is the undoing of the old mask. This is the homecoming to your soul. Take a breath. Let yourself feel that nice and deep into the belly. Because you, my love, are not your story. You are the one rewriting it. Now, how does the nervous system hijack your identity? Let's drop into the real reason why you keep looping through the same damn patterns. Even though you know better, even though you want differently, even though you're doing so much healing work, it's not because you're broken. It's not because you're weak. And it's definitely not because you're lazy or not spiritual enough. It's because your nervous system has been stuck in survival mode for years, maybe even your whole life. So let's get clear on this. You are not self-sabotaging. Your body is simply protecting you in the only way it knows how. Let's break this down. Trauma isn't just what happened. It's what your body had to shut down or amplify in order to survive it. And when that trauma goes unprocessed, your nervous system builds an identity around it, like scaffolding around a house that never got finished. Let's look at the 4 trauma responses and how they hijack your personality. Fawn, people-pleasing, on autopilot. This is where you morph into whoever others need you to be. You say yes when your gut screams no. You manage everyone's emotions like it's your job. You despair into the comfort of being the good girl. And on the surface, you seem nice, chilled, helpful, but underneath, you're resentful, burnt out, hollowed out, because you've been trained to believe that love equals abandonment of self. Freeze, the shutdown spiral. You feel stuck, paralyzed, and you want to move, but you can't, like you're watching your life from outside your body. This is your system protecting you from overwhelm. It numbs you out. It wraps you in fog. It tells you, shh. Don't feel, don't try, it's safe here. But that freeze becomes your identity. I'm lazy, I'm not motivated, I'm just not cut out for this. Lie, all of it. You're not lazy, you're frozen. Fight, the unprocessed rage. You snap at small things. You go from 0 to 100. You can't stand being controlled. That's the trauma energy that never got discharged. You weren't safe to fight back when the wound happened. So now that energy explodes at the wrong time, at the wrong people, in the wrong way. But what if your anger isn't bad? What if it's sacred fuel, misdirected, because it's never been honored? Fight, the hustle wound. You keep yourself busy. You work until you collapse. You overthink, overdo, overfunction. You believe that if you just do enough, heal enough, be enough, maybe you'll finally be safe. Maybe you'll finally be loved. But safety doesn't live at the end of your to-do list. It lives inside your body. So here's the radical truth. Your nervous system isn't working against you. It's been protecting you. It created identities to keep you alive. But survival mode isn't meant to be your home. You're not in danger anymore. You don't have to fawn to stay loved. You don't have to freeze to avoid failure. You don't have to fight to prove your worth. You don't have to flee to feel safe. You are allowed to come home to your body now. You are allowed to choose presence over pattern. Try this embodiment practice. The who am I now grounding ritual. Let's take this from your head to your body. Let's reclaim your truth. Pause the noise. Come back to your breath. Wherever you are, unless you're driving, I want you to gently close your eyes. Practice. Place one hand on your heart and place the other on your womb space, the seat of your power, your intuition, your divine center, and breathe slowly and deeply. Inhale through your nose for a count of 4. Hold for 4. And exhale through your mouth for the count of 6. Feel yourself land. Feel your spine drop back into the earth. Feel the ground reminding you, you are safe now. Now gently ask yourself, who am I now that I am safe? Let the answer rise, don't force it. It might come as a whisper, a color, a feeling, a phrase, a vision. Let it speak. Let it breathe. You might feel emotion. Let it flow. You are not wrong for needing safety. You are powerful for choosing to create it from the inside out. And every time you pause to connect to this truth, you rewire your body. You build a new identity, one that's not based on defense, but on devotion. You're not here to survive anymore, my love. You're here to remember, to embody, to belong to yourself. Let that be your new baseline. So what were the Lemurian teachings on identity? Breathe with me again, because now we're going even deeper, beyond the trauma, beyond the nervous system, beyond the name your pain tried to give you. We drop into Lemurian wisdom, where your identity isn't built through wounding, but through embracing. You see, in Lemurian teachings, identity is not static. It's not tied to a job title, a relationship role, or even your earth name. Identity is fluid, cosmic and multidimensional. You are not the one thing. You are many things, all at once. You are a frequency, not a fixed form, a vibration, not a label, a soul, not a symptom. And the truth is, you were never lost. You were just buried under beliefs that were never yours. You are the one your ancestors dreamed of. You are the light your lineage tried to dim. You are the walking embodiment of forgotten magic. And now you're waking up. The veil of forgetting in the Lemurian mystery schools. There's a sacred understanding. When a soul incarnates on earth, it walks through a veil, the veil of forgetting. We forget who we are so we can remember it through contrasts, through challenges, through this holy human mess. But let's get one thing straight. Your trauma didn't make you powerful. It revealed the power that was already there. It cracked the false mask. It shook the illusion. It veiled your truth, but it could never erase it. Today, right now, in this moment, we lift that veil. Who you were in Lemuria. We didn't ask each other, what do you do? We ask, what do you carry? What light do you bring through your soul signature? What frequency are you here to anchor on earth? You may not remember yet with your mind, but your body knows. Your heart knows. Your womb space knows. You were not born to people please, shrink, or carry trauma like a badge of honor. You were and are one of those sacred archetypes, and often more than one. The priestess who held ceremony for the stars and whispered to the waters. The seer who could read the energy of a room with just her breath. The warrior, not with blades, but with truth and integrity. The guardian of timelines, of sacred portals, of ancient knowledge. The channel who spoke in code, sound and symbols and bridged dimensions. The lover who open heart healed not just lovers, but land, lineage and legacy. Which one woke up inside you just now? Maybe all of them stirred? That's the truth moving through your cells. You are not here to be normal. You are here to remember, to reclaim and to radiate. And no amount of trauma can cancel that truth. You are not the pain that happened to you. You are the soul that survived it and the spirit that is now ready to thrive. I'm going to give you some light language activation. I remember who I am. Let's speak this out loud. Let this frequency unlock your field. Say it like a spell, like a vow. I remember who I am beyond the pain. I am the soul beyond the story. And again, I remember who I am beyond the pain. I am the soul behind the story. Let it shake your bones. Let it rearrange your DNA. Because the more you speak this, the more you remember. You are not healing to become something new. You are healing to return to something ancient. You are not becoming your higher self. You are your higher self, remembering how to walk in human form. That's the Lemurian path. We walk with grace, with frequency, with remembrance. We let the soul lead. And when you do that, trauma no longer becomes your compass. Truth does. So take this moment and reclaim your new frequency. I am not broken. I am becoming. I am not too much. I am multidimensional. I am not lost. I am luminous. And I am not my trauma. I am truth. Let this be your turning point. From here, we don't build our life on wounds. We build it on soul. I'm going to give you a guided soul retrieval journey meditation. I call it the temple of true self. So, okay, my love, you've done the work. You stripped back the false identities. Now it's time to remember, not just with your mind, but with your energy field. Not just through words, but through direct experience. Let's journey into a space that exists beyond time, a place your soul has known for lifetimes, the Lemurian Temple of Truth, where the real you waits, whole and untouched by trauma. Close your eyes, get still, breathe in through the nose, and slowly out through the mouth. Let your exhale drop you out of your mind and into your body. Keep that breathing going. Visualize yourself walking along a path made of shimmering white sand. Each step activates a deeper part of you. Your womb tingles, your chest opens, your crown buzzes with remembrance. Up ahead, you see a crystalline temple, glowing with soft hues of gold, aqua, and lavender. The air here is electric, ancient, sacred. This is not a place of pain, it's a place of purity. As you step inside, you notice the walls are made of translucent quartz, humming with frequencies that feel like home. There are symbols etched into the floor, Lemurian light codes that awaken dormant parts of you just by being in their presence. In the center of the temple stands a mirror, but this is no ordinary mirror. It does not show you your face. It does not show you your flaws. It shows you your truth. Go stand before it now and breathe. What do you see? A soul untainted by the stories. A heart wide open and alive. A body pulsing with purpose, with presence, with power. This is you, the true you, the you that never forgot who she was, the you who was never broken, the you who came here to lead, to love, to liberate. Ask her, silently or aloud, what do you want me to remember today? Let her speak. Let her show you. Let her merge with you. And when she steps forward, allow her in. Place your hands on your heart and your womb and whisper, you're safe to return now. You belong here. I will not abandon you again. Stay here in the frequency of remembrance, in the embodiment of truth. I invite you to remain in this sacred silence for the next minutes. Let the codes integrate. Let your nervous system recalibrate. Let your soul fully land in your body. She's here now. She's home. And so are you. Who are you really? Let's have a soul to soul moment. You've gone deep today. We've unraveled the lies. You've laid down the armor. We've met the true you that in that crystalline Lemurian temple. But now comes the moment of reckoning. If you're not the trauma, not the abandonment, not the betrayal, not the fixer or the rescuer, the good girl, the chameleon, then who the hell are you? This part is tender. It's vulnerable. It's where the ego wants to run, to grip, to rebuild the old masks. Because to the wounded self, survival felt safer than truth. But we don't survive here anymore. We thrive, we expand, we remember. So let's ask the real question. Who are you when no one needs you to shrink for their comfort? Who are you when you stop bending to be understood? Who are you when you're not anxiously performing to earn love or safety or praise? It's okay if you don't know yet. It's okay if the answers are foggy. That just means you're at the threshold between who you were taught to be and who you were born to be. This is where the identity depth meets soul resurrection. This is where grief and grace hold hands. This is where we let the ego grieve the false self it clings to for dear life, because what comes next is liberation. Let your ego cry it out. Let her mourn the mark. Let her feel the fear of emptiness. But don't stay there, because just on the other side of that grief is your soul. And she's not small. She's not scared. She's not apologizing for her truth, her power, or her radiance. She's the one who walks into the room without shrinking. She's the one who honors her sacred no and her heart-led yes. She's the one who lets love in without losing herself. She's the one who sets boundaries like altars and treats her body like a temple it is. And she's been waiting for you to release the story, waiting for you to stop looking outside for validation, waiting for you to choose remembrance over reactivity. So today, right now, I want you to affirm, I am no longer available for identities that cost me my peace. I am the soul behind the survival. I am allowed to exist without performance, apology, or pain. Take a deep breath in. Take a deep breath into that. And another. Let those words become the new code in your cells. You're not broken. You're becoming. You're not lost. You're returning. You're not too much. You're finally not too little. This is the moment your nervous system realizes it's safe to be seen. It's safe to be still. It's safe to be you. No masks, no persona, no trauma narratives running the show. Just your truth, your heart, your sacred, sovereign, soul-led self. So let's anchor it. Say it with me, louder this time. I am not my trauma. I am the truth that survived it. And when the old stories come knocking, as they will, don't judge them, witness them, thank them, and remind them gently, that's not me anymore. Because from this moment on, you walk as the woman who remembers, the woman who chooses, the woman who no longer needs to be needed to feel worthy. You're the soul behind the story. And the soul is ready to lead. You've walked through the fire. You've met the shadows. You've peeled back the stories and faced the uncomfortable truth. You are not your trauma. Now it's time to integrate, because this isn't just about having a moment of clarity. This is about choosing every damn day to live from that clarity, to root into it, to build a new life around your soul's truth, not your trauma's illusion. And that starts with two powerful tools, reflection and ritual. So let's dive in with some journaling prompts for identity reclamation. These are not surface level questions. These are here to unlock the real you. Who did I believe I was because of my trauma? What roles did you wear to survive? What masks did you put on to feel worthy? Let them spill out onto the page. Name them so you can reclaim your power from them. Then, what false identities am I ready to release? Be specific. People pleaser, overachiever, always the strong one, the broken one, the survivor, the scapegoat, let them go. They're not yours anymore. And then, who am I choosing to become now? This is your reintroduction to yourself. Write it as an intention, a declaration, a love letter to you that's finally coming home. How does my body feel when I claim my truth? Tune in. Truth lives in the body. Notice the release, the opening, the peace. Your nervous system will tell you when you're aligned. Try this releasing ceremony. Burn the false self. This is one of my favorite rituals. Simple, powerful, and deeply symbolic. On a piece of paper, write down every identity, label, or lie that your trauma gave you. Too much, never enough, always abandoned, the fixer, the one who gets hurt, the one who holds everyone else together but is falling apart inside. Light a candle, take a breath. Read each label aloud and then say, I see this story, I honour its purpose, and I now set it free. Safely burn the paper. If fire isn't accessible, you can tear it up and bury it into soil. As the smoke rises, speak this aloud. I release these stories. I return to my soul. I choose truth. Let that be your soul's altar call, a sacred reclamation of your divine self. And try these daily affirmation practices. 7 days of remembering. Don't forget, words are spells. So let's cast a new one every single morning for the next 7 days. Stand in front of a mirror, place your hand on your heart and on your womb space. Look yourself in the eyes like you're meeting the goddess within you and repeat, I am not my trauma, I am my truth. I am remembering who I am. Say it until it feels real. Say it until your cells vibrate with remembrance. Say it until the parts of you that forgot start to come home. Because identity isn't just healed in your mind. It's rewired in your habits, your rituals, your breath. You're not going back to who you were. You're not just recovering, you're rebirthing. And this rebirth isn't soft and passive. It's sacred, it's cosmic, it's fucking sovereign. So today, as you close this ceremony, take one final breath in and say, I am the soul behind the story. I choose to live as her. And if you're ready to keep rising and go even deeper with this work, book yourself a self-empowerment strategy session with me. Let's lock in this new identity, not just energetically, but practically. It's time to create a life that reflects your soul, not your scars. The return to your true self has already begun. Let's build her world together. You did something brave today, braver than most people even dare to touch. You walked through the parts of yourself that have been silenced, shamed, and shoved into the shadows. You chose to look beyond the trauma, beyond the story, beyond the armor, and met the soul behind it all. You didn't bypass. You didn't pretend. You showed up in the messy middle and you let the light in. And that, my love, is sacred. Here's what I want you to know as we close this journey together. You are not broken. You are remembering. You are not too much. You are more than this world taught you to believe. You are not your survival patterns. You are the soul who survived. You are not starting over. You are returning home. This isn't the end of your healing. It's the beginning of your becoming. The next steps, integration, recalibration, embodiment. And if you're ready to go deeper, not just in your mind, but in your nervous system, your energy field, your life, then let's do it together. Because you were never meant to carry this alone. You were always meant to rise, and to rise in a community. Book your session with me now. This session isn't fluff. It's not a band-aid, it's a soul evacuation. Let's look at what's really holding you back. And spoiler, it's not what you think. And map a path forward from truth, not trauma. Because clarity is power, and you deserve to reclaim yours. Choose to remember, choose to rise, choose you with fierce love, unwavering truth, and my whole Lemurian heart. And P.S. Don't ghost yourself after this. Keep walking, keep choosing. Presence over pattern. Your soul didn't come here to hide. She came here to lead. And if you like this video, please don't forget to subscribe, like this video, hit that notification bell so you don't miss the next episode, and comment below, what did you get out of this episode? What touched you the most? Until next time.